Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to spending quality time with your girl, Eposi Ziton. Now let's get started. Today I'm going to be talking about relationships. Relationships in terms of concubines that are partners keep outside of the marriage. You know, when I talk about people having a secondary life or having another life out of their marriages, it's a very touchy subject because a lot of marriages have been broken because of such relationships. But there was a segment that I did on extramarital relationships, and I tried to throw a little bit of light on some of the reasons why people start cheating in their marriages. And just to name a few, you know, people lose what made them fall in love in the first place, people grow out of love, some people are just cheaters by nature, they like a change, and sometimes it's financial issues, people are looking for a getaway, a hideout, somewhere to go get peace. You know, when all of these things are coming into our marriages, people start, you know, having all these extra marital relationships, and a lot of times the signs, the other partner most times have all the signals and the signs. It's just sad when somebody from the outside comes and open the can or give more light into what they've already been imagining, and now that person becomes the victim of circumstance. That person becomes the one that they say, oh, they're the one that has broken the marriage because they are the ones who told. But a lot of times the people in the marriage already know what's going on because they are most times they're signals. I'm working late. A friend just called me immediately after work. I was running to go get something, and the line was so long that I decided to go to 2, 3 other stores, and it was the similar thing. So I finally decided to just come home. After they've spent like 3, 4 hours, they come and start telling you some kind of story. Sudden phone calls, and they run out of the room. They can't talk in front of you. They sleep in another room, stay in the basement till midnight. They don't want to come to the bedroom. You know, they start being so angry. Every little thing you do, it's an outburst. Every little thing you say doesn't make no sense. All is signs that are telling you that there is a rift, there is a crack, there is a problem going on, that you need to figure what it is. You need to start asking questions. I've always emphasized on communication. Don't hold all these feelings in or all these thoughts in like, is there something going on? Trust your gut feeling. When you start thinking, is there something going on? Yes, there is something going on, or something is about to go on. Please always confront your partner and say, I do smell something. I have a feeling that something is not right. I have a feeling that something is not going on correctly. If that human being has a conscience, they're going to say, you know what? Maybe it's time to take a step back. Maybe my wife is about to know what I'm doing, or my husband is started figuring me out, and they're going to stop if they really love you and respect that marriage. But for those that don't care for the marriage, they're going to go further to be mean, to be angry, and just acting out. That's going to give you a reason to maybe seek for help. Like I've always said, in marriage, you always want to seek for help before you take the high road. Go to the professionals. For those who use the traditional method, go to friends and family and say, I can smell something. Some people say, I don't want to start bringing people into my marriage because they're going to know a lot. The marriage is already breaking. The marriage is already at the verge of dying. So what are you hiding? It's all about you helping yourself. Please, most times when a partner start having a second relationship or having somebody outside or having multiple, some people even keep multiple relationships, there are signs. We always usually say, you know, like us in the Western world, we say in Africa, people have a lot of time in their hands. So they have the ability to do a whole lot. And it's almost like a culture that was formed in where I come from, that it's almost like it's okay for men to cheat. Well, all men cheat. Yeah, maybe all men cheat, but it's the way they go about it. If they have to go about it in a way that they are so disrespectful, they don't care about your feelings, they don't care about your well-being, they are mean to you, abusive. Why do you have to stay in that kind of a relationship saying, well, all men cheat? Don't do that to yourself, because you're just going to be heading to a point where you're going to bring disease into your system. A lot of times, when we start making those excuses and say, well, all men cheat, is because we already don't have love for ourselves. And if you don't like yourself enough, you cannot like someone else. It's almost like where this individual has put you is a place where your self-esteem has become so low that you start putting yourself secondary. You don't feel like you're that important. You don't feel like you can fight for yourself. You start making excuses. Well, I don't think my husband is the only one that cheats. Every man out there cheats. If you can know that they're cheating, then they don't value the relationship. Because even for the men that are just habitual to cheat, a lot of them handle it so well that by the time you know it, it's because maybe you have decided to find out, or you've let people from the outside come in to tell you what's going on. A lot of men who value you, who just have that habit of wanting to cheat, they will do it so nicely. And by the time their wives know that they're cheating, a lot of times they stop the relationship. For those who continue the relationship, even when their wives know, they don't want you no more. They don't have value for you. It's time to address it. It's time to look for help. And if it continues where they still don't care, it's time for you to cut your loss and walk away and say, you know what, I love myself better. I'm okay being by myself rather than be in a situation where I'm disrespected. Yes, we have situations where women say that I'm just there for my kids. That's why we keep talking about women empowerment. Women having something that they can fall back on, where they don't have to take any kind of abuse just because they need somebody to be taking care of them and their kids. That's why we need to do whatever it takes, do a side business, go back to school, do whatever it takes to build yourself, to empower yourself where you don't have to be there and somebody walks over you and treats you like you're nothing just because you don't have nowhere else to go. You're there for your kids. And then you have some women that are too scared to be alone to the point where they can go through whatever, it don't matter. You also have some women that are still talking about, I'm so in love, he's so good looking. If he loves you, he won't put you through pain. He won't put you through torture. If he can put you through pain and torture, then he doesn't love you. And why do you have to love somebody that don't love you? By the time you start figuring out that this person doesn't love you, it's not worth being with that person. You can only love somebody that loves you. And you can always, pick signals when somebody starts showing you that they don't care for you or they don't value your feelings anymore. Please, women, men, let's be with people that value us, people that respect us, people that are not going to treat us like we are nothing. And that whole old saying that, oh, all men cheat. Let's stop empowering men by letting them think that it's okay for them to cheat. We have to make them know that, no, you don't have to cheat. If you want to cheat, then you want to be out of the marriage. In that case, even for those who just have the habit of cheating, they're going to be so careful where they're going to, one, use protection, because that's another big issue. With all the sicknesses out there, you don't want nobody to bring sickness to you just because they are good looking or because I like him, he's a provider. No. So because of that, you're going to try so hard to love yourself enough where you make him know that the day I know that you're cheating on me, this marriage is over. So in that case, for those that are it's just a habit, they're going to protect you. They're going to do whatever it takes not to make you know that that's what they're doing. And for those who think they can live a double life and they can get away with it, trust and believe it. Your time is coming. Well, on that note, it's getting very heated. So on that note, I'm going to say it was nice spending quality time with you all. And bye for now.